Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is the third episode of my Best of Beauty series that I do every year. Today we're going to be talking about my favorites for hair, skin, and nails. I have quite a few things, and like I mentioned in both my other videos, but I'm going to repeat myself again. I really tried not to repeat products, so these are all new things that I love, but with that being said, keep in mind that I still am using so many of the products that I talked about last year. So if there's a category that I didn't mention, like I think last year I mentioned like a toothbrush and a hairbrush and things like that, just know that I'm still using those things. I just don't have any new favorites in those categories. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with hair, move to skin, and then move to nails. And I also have a couple of lifestyle things at the end that I wanted to share as well. So first things first, let's talk about some hair tools. So I fell in love with the T3 Whirl Trio, but I only really use the tapered barrel. It's actually what I use to curl my hair today. I just love how this does not have a clamp on it. It's my favorite. My hair is so long, you guys. I don't really know if it does it justice in this video, but it's so long, so it's really nice to just have a barrel that I can just quickly wrap all of my hair around, and it curls it nicely, and I feel like this actually holds my curl better than other tools that I've tried, so I have been using this quite a bit this year anytime I want just really nice loose waves. Another hair tool that I love, and last year I did talk about the Amika Trio, like the little waver tool. I still love that one, but I also picked up this one this year and I love it as well. This is from the brand Bondi Boost, and this is a lot bigger than my other Amika Trio. So the other one will give me tighter beach waves. This one's going to give me a little bit of a looser effect, which I really like. I like having the option. I recognize that I was doing my hair a lot with that tool from Amika, so I figured it would be nice to have a couple options since you guys know I wear my hair up quite a bit, especially when filming. It's just easier with doing makeup. But when I do style my hair, I really do love kind of having that effortless mermaid type wave. So I like having the option of a looser wave versus a tighter one with the Amika one. So this little triple barrel thing from Bondi Boost was a winner this year for me. Last year for Christmas, I finally went for it and asked for a Dyson hairdryer, and I got it. I've been using it all year round. I always heard good things about it, but for me, I had only ever experienced a $30 blow dryer from Target my whole life. They seemed to do the job, so honestly, I didn't really feel like it was a need for me to spend that much money on a hairdryer. However, I will say when I first got this, it's exciting. When I started to use it, I was like, okay, yeah, like I like this. And then I got used to it pretty quickly. Earlier this year, I was in a situation where I forgot to bring this and I had to use one of my old hair dryers, and that, my friends, was the situation where I realized how incredible this is. I feel like it's very easy to get used to. It's very, self-explanatory. It's very quiet, and it also dries your hair very fast. And for me, it wasn't until I had used it, then gone back to my old hair dryer, that I was like, oh my gosh, this makes a major difference. I absolutely love this. I'm very, very happy that I have it, and it's just a really good investment in my opinion. It's something that I feel like I'm not going to have to replace for years and years and years, because that's the other thing, eventually those Target hair dryers burn out. At least that's what happened to mine. So I loved my Dyson hair dryer this year, you guys. For me, it was worth every penny. All right, let's talk about some shampoos. Now, you guys know my go-tos are from Briogeo. I still love them and I still use them. Earlier this year, though, Drunk Elephant launched a body care range and a hair care range. They sent me everything. I tested everything, and I'm happy to report that their shampoo and conditioner is actually really, really good. I especially like how sleek and compact the packaging is on this. I definitely feel like the one thing that could be a con to some people is the fact that there is not fragrance in here. Now that could be a plus for a lot of people since fragrance can be irritating. So these are fragrance free. They do have a little bit of like an almond extract smell to them, but it doesn't really last that long. But I noticed that it really does a nice job at cleansing my hair. It's a completely clean formula. formula, just like all of Drunk Elephant's products. So I wanted to make sure to mention them because I have been using them. I kind of like rotate between a couple of shampoos and conditioners. My main ones are still the Briogeo Superfoods one, but I talked about those like 2 years in a row, so I didn't want to repeat them. But just know that I have also enjoyed the Drunk Elephant shampoo and conditioner. Another product that I love from the line that they launched earlier this year is this right here. This is the Drunk Elephant Wild Marula Tangle Spray. This, my friends, is a lifesaver for me. You guys know how long my hair is. What you might not know is for some reason with the texture and structure of my hair gets tangled in like 2 seconds after brushing it. I don't know why. And so tangly hair is something that's like one of my main concerns, if you want to call it that, when it comes to hair. It's something that I always have to worry about. So I love having this. And the reason why I love this is because I have such tangly hair that I really need to apply quite a bit of Tangle spray to get the job done. And the thing I love about this is no matter how much I apply, and I apply a lot of this to get my tangles out, it doesn't weigh down my hair. Somehow when I blow dry my hair, it doesn't even feel like I put anything in it really. I mean, obviously it's a little more soft and it really does help my brush go through my hair a lot easier, but I love how I can spray a ton of this and it's not gonna build up. It's really amazing that way. A new launch from Briogeo that I fell in love with this year is the Be Gentle, Be Kind Avocado and Kiwi Mega Moisture Superfood Mask. So this is a mask that I put in the ends of my hair in place of conditioner, just whenever I feel like I want a little extra boost, or if I just feel like, you know, having one of those treatment showers. I love those kinds of showers, you know, where you like shave and exfoliate and do a hair mask and a scalp treatment. I love doing that, but it also works even in your normal shower routine if you just want to replace your conditioner for a day for an extra boost. I love how this smells. I think it smells so luxurious, and I noticed that it gives me a visible boost of hydration, but it doesn't weigh the hair down, which I really love. With my hair type, I find that a lot of products can weigh my hair down pretty easily. I love that this is a super hydrating mask that doesn't do that, but I still see the benefits, and I feel like my hair is strengthened, it's moisturized. It's just a really good hair mask. When it comes to dry shampoo, you guys, this is like my emergency dry shampoo. Have you ever had those days? And I'm sure you have. And if you haven't, hear me out because I have a lot of these days where like maybe you've been exercising or something, or I don't know, like where your hair just kind of looks greasier than it should be. You're not quite ready to wash it, but it's like kind of looking like it needs to be washed. That's where this comes in right here. This is the IGK First Class Charcoal Detox Dry Shampoo. This is no joke. I don't use this on a regular basis. I have other ones that I like to use to kind of touch up if I feel like I'm getting a little oily on the scalp. This is like my SOS, like should have washed my hair but didn't have time to, incredible dry shampoo for that situation. It is intense, but it works very well, and I'm grateful to have it in my collection for those moments where it's like past the point of no return. This returns your hair back to, you know, a place where you can feel comfortable about things. When I bought the Bondi Boost hair waver, I also picked up this sea salt texture spray, and I really do enjoy this. I don't use this too often, but when I do wear my hair down, especially when I do beachy waves, I love to incorporate a salt spray just to kind of add to that beachy effect. And I find that this one does a great job at creating a nice texturizing kind of a texture. I know that's like the same two words, but you know what I mean. It gives that nice kind of grippy, salty, I'm at the beach kind of a feel to your hair, and also it smells incredible. So a little bit goes a very long way for my hair. I try not to go too overboard on this so it doesn't weigh my hair down, but I'll kind of lift up the pieces, spray it throughout, and then kind of use my fingers to create little piecey waves, especially again when I use the waver tool. I feel like it's a nice duo actually, that tool and then the texture spray. All right, so that's my favorites for hair. Let's move into skin. This was a shocking surprise to me. This product is incredible. This is the Bobbi Brown Soothing Cleansing Oil. I wear a lot of makeup, so I need something that's gonna really break down my makeup at the end of the day, and this is amazing. I have used this nonstop. I kind of actually reached for it again this year on accident after running out of my Drunk Elephant balm that I used to love so much. I haven't repurchased that because I discovered this and I feel like it works better when it comes to removing my makeup. I don't use this as my cleanser though. I just use it to break down the makeup and it's amazing. Another cleanser type product that also works to break down makeup. I wouldn't use this if I have a lot of makeup on just because it has such amazing ingredients in it. I don't really want to like waste the enzymes and things in here. You guys know how much I love this brand. I've talked about this brand in my last year's favorites as well. I'm still loving their oils that I mentioned in that video, but I wanted to talk about the Mara Beauty Algae Enzyme Cleansing Oil. This is to die for. It is so beautiful. Like I said, I don't really like to use it to remove my makeup because it's so luxurious and it's such a nice experience, but I do love to use this in the morning if I just feel like I want that little boost. It has enzymes in it and it also has an oil base, so it feels super hydrating, but you can kind of feel the enzymes working in the skin. I absolutely love this product so much, and I knew I had to mention it in my video. It's seriously amazing. All of Mara Beauty's products that I've tried so far are out of this world good, worth the investment 100%. I love them so much. All right, moving on to another cleanser. This is one that I love, love, love. It launched this year from one of my favorite skincare brands. This is Holy Frog. You guys have probably heard me talk about their Milky Cleanser as well as their AHA Cleanser. I still use those nonstop, but again, I mentioned those in my last year's video, so I wanted to talk about this one, which is a newer launch. This is the Sunapee Sacred Sea Brightening Powder Wash. So it's a powder, so you can pour it in your hand, dip your hand into a little bit of water and create like a paste. The nice part about it is you can kind of customize the texture with it. More water will make it foam up a little bit. Less water will kind of have a little bit of an exfoliation on a really gentle level. Or you can mix it into other cleansers to add that boost of brightening or boost of, you know, exfoliation. It is such an amazing, versatile product. You can use it by itself or, like I said, mix it in. I love it. Another cleanser product that I do prefer to mix in with cleansers just because I don't want to exfoliate my skin too harshly, but I still love this. This is the Holy Frog Como Poppy Renewal Scrubby Wash. It's the most gorgeous color. I love to mix this in with a hydrating cleanser, and then I feel like it just kind of helps carry the exfoliation beads in here to a point where it's not too abrasive, if that makes sense. I have super sensitive skin, so I have to be careful when it comes to physical exfoliants like this, but I love the effect that it gives, especially when mixed into any other cleanser that I'm loving. Holy Frog seriously is one of my holy grail brands when it comes to skincare. I'm so happy that I discovered them last year. They have really been a part of my overall skin transformation. All right, let's move on to treatments. I fell in love with this product. It's kind of funny because I had this in my cabinet for a while and didn't really use it as consistently as I should have until this year. Or a few months ago, I should say. So this is the Kate Somerville Liquid Exfoliate. Now this is an AHA treatment. I prefer to use this at night, kind of as my toner after I cleanse. I feel like this really helps with the overall tone and texture of my complexion. And I feel like it's intense, but it's not so intense to where I can't use it nightly. So I've been really loving that about it. Another product that's similar to that one that I've been enjoying equally is from Ren, and it's the Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. This one is even more gentle, I feel like, than the Kate Somerville. However, it still packs a punch in the ingredients and in what it does. I also find that this brightens my complexion. You'll notice that that's kind of a trend with the products that I reach for. I usually try to find things that will help with acne, and then anything that will help brighten acne scarring, honestly, is what I personally reach for. And I find that this really does the trick. I actually like to use this one in the daytime and this one at night, but you can use this one AM and PM as well as this one. It doesn't really matter. That's just kind of how I like to do it. And I've noticed that both of them really do help with the overall tone and texture of my skin. I fell in love with this mist from this brand that you're going to see quite a few products from. So Allies of Skin is a brand that I've actually tried for a couple of years now, but I don't think it was until this year that it really just sunk into my routine in a way that I saw amazing results with all their products, and so I didn't stop using them. This is the Allies of Skin Molecular Savior Probiotics Repair Mist. This is a beautiful, beautiful mist. I personally do not like to spray it directly on my skin. I like to put it in my hand because it has such amazing ingredients. I don't want any drops going anywhere outside of my face, so I'll just spritz it into my hand, and it actually has like a thicker consistency. It's still a mist, but if you've tried it, you know what I mean. And then I just kind of apply it to the skin before going into my other treatment products or moisturizers. It's beautiful. I love the fact that there's probiotics in here to replenish the good bacteria on your skin, which is essential for your overall skin health. So yeah, I've been loving that. Another Allies of Skin product that absolutely floored me this year is the 35% Vitamin C Collagen Rebuilding Serum. Now, I think they repackaged this since this bottle, but I love this formula. It's a waterless vitamin C formula. I notice insane results with brightening when I'm using this consistently. The texture is really interesting. It kind of feels watery on the skin and almost feels like oily as well somehow. It like spreads really well and it has an interesting texture, but then when it sinks into the skin, it really sinks into the skin, and I find that it doesn't interfere with any of my other products that I put on top of it or makeup, which is really nice because sometimes vitamin C serums can have a really funky texture and they can kind of, not mix very well with other products. I don't find that to be the case with the vitamin C serum from Allies of Skin. It's gorgeous. This next treatment product is also from Allies of Skin. I probably should have cleaned off the bottle, but I guess it shows how much I love it. It's really crusty, actually. I probably should have cleaned it off, sorry, but this is amazing. This is the Allies of Skin Retinol and Peptides Overnight Mask. If there's one thing from Allies of Skin that you just need to try, I feel like it's this. I don't use this every single night. I just use it when I feel like my skin really needs help and I'm just like kind of getting frustrated with my breakouts or, acne scars or whatever. I will use this consistently for a few days in a row and the results are like seriously undeniable. Guys, none of this is sponsored, by the way. Allies of Skin did send me this product. They've sent me PR for a couple of years now and it literally wasn't until this year that I gave them a full shot. But this is an incredible product. I think everyone needs this in the routine, and it's nice because you can add this into your current routine. I feel like I don't really switch up my skincare routine that frequently because I have such sensitive skin. If I find something that works, it usually takes me a couple of months to figure out that it works, and then I just don't really try other products. So that's the nice thing about this. If you're like me and you really have a solid skincare routine, you can still add this into your routine as an overnight treatment mask every once in a while. It's amazing. Seriously, just trust me on it. It's just so good. Another product that really made a difference in my overall tone, especially this year, is this right here from Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Pro Strength Niacinamide Discoloration Treatment. I was hesitant to buy this because of the price, but when I saw Pro Strength Brightening Complex with niacinamide in here, I was like, you know what? I really feel like that could be something that would help me out, and sure enough, it really does make a difference for me. I feel like this is almost empty. I need to pick up another one, but it's such a beautiful product, especially if you're like me and you really just are looking for a more even, brightened complexion, especially if you have acne scars like me. This is what you should add to your routine. Moving on to moisturizers. Now this is kind of an interesting in-between product. It can work as like a hydrating serum and you can apply a moisturizer over top of it after, or you can use it as your moisturizer, just depending on your preferences and also your skin type. This is also from Holy Frog. It's gorgeous. It's the Galilee Antioxidant Dewy Drop Serum. There's something about the texture, there's something about the smell, the experience, the way that it hydrates the skin in such a lightweight way is amazing. I love this so much. It's a delicious product. I can't wait to see what else Holy Frog comes up with, because every product that I've tried from them and every product that they've created so far makes it to the top of my skincare favorites list almost immediately. And that was the same with this when it launched. As soon as I tried it out, I was like, just so floored by it, and I love the ingredients that they use. It's a very, very clean formula like all of their products, so really happy with that. As far as moisturizers go, two moisturizers that I can't get enough of are these two right here, and these are also from Allies of Skin. You can see how loved they are. They are kind of scraped up and a little crusty as well. Should have wiped these down too, but oh well. I genuinely use these almost daily. So this is the Allies of Skin Peptides and Antioxidant Firming Daily Treatment, and this one right here is the Molecular Multi-Nutrient Day Cream. This one is actually a little bit more rich than this one. So even though this says day cream, I actually use this at night a lot. I use both morning and night, not both together, but I can use this one morning and night and this one morning and night. They're both amazing. The Molecular Multi-Nutrient one is more of like a hydrating focused formula. That's at least what it says on the front. And then this one is more firming and brightening, which is nice. So these have definitely been my top moisturizers from this whole year. A little bit goes a very, very long way. I genuinely love this brand. The brand is definitely pretty pricey, but I truly believe that you're paying for the amazing formulas and ingredients. They actually just launched a sister brand earlier this year that's a little bit more affordable. I asked for some of those for Christmas, some of their products. So if I get them, I will test those out and let you guys know what I think, because I understand how, you know, a lot of us don't want to invest in skincare or aren't able to. I mean, literally that was me my whole life until I had this job, and I'm really grateful that so many of these incredible brands send me their products. So I'm always aware of that, you guys, but I also at the same time want to be transparent and honest with you with what has worked for me. So Allies of Skin is definitely more of an investment brand, but I love their products so much, and I will try out their more affordable sister brand and get back to you on that. I have no doubt that those products will be really amazing as well, but of course I've got to put them to the test so I can really give you guys a full review. Anyway, all right, let's move on to an eye cream that I have loved this year. The Youth to the People Dream Eye Cream really is beautiful. I love how it's just the perfect kind of weight and texture. It's kind of got like this whipped formula. It feels lightweight, but it's hydrating enough to where you really feel like it's a treatment around the eyes. Kind of gives like a slightly cooling sensation. I've never noticed any issues with like clogging pores around the eye area, which is what I have experienced in the past with some eye creams. So this has been my go-to. I really like it. When it comes to sunscreen, there is one that has been added to my sunscreen family. I still use all the ones I've talked about before, but I have recently, or earlier this year, I guess. I've used it for a while now. I've added the Kinship Self-Reflect Probiotic Moisturizing Sunscreen into my regimen. I really love how moisturizing this is. I love how there's probiotics in here. I love how it's a mineral formula. It also has a little bit of a tint to it, so unlike a lot of mineral formulas that can leave quite a bit of a white cast, I don't experience that as much with this. I feel like it does need to melt into the skin, so it takes a little bit that way, just like a lot of mineral formulas, but it leaves a really nice glow to the skin as well. I also really enjoy how it smells. I've actually seen reviews about this product of people saying that they don't like the smell of this, and I don't understand because I actually really enjoy it. I think it smells like a caramel apple, but that could just be me. It's an amazing sunscreen regardless. Moving on to masks. So masks are definitely something that I love to spend my money on. I just love to really invest in and indulge in some delicious masks. I have a couple here from May Lindstrom. I don't think I've talked about these in the yearly favorites. I could be wrong. And so maybe it's a repeat product, but I don't know. I love this right here. This is the May Lindstrom Problem Solver Mask. It is incredible. So you actually have like a powder in here and you mix it into water. It kind of foams up a little bit and it truly is such a luxurious experience. It's amazing if you have acne or if you're experiencing a breakout. This really does a good job at like pulling out any congestion in the skin. I also like how you can leave this on for a while. So this is one of my favorites to actually put on before taking a bath because it takes about 45 minutes or so to fully dry down. So that's kind of a nice way to use it if you put it on and then sit in the bathtub. I just really enjoy that routine because it's the worst when you try to do a mask and sit in the bath and then it dries in like 10 minutes and you're not ready to get out of the bath, you know? So that's a good one. If you like to mask and bath, The May Lindstrom Problem Solver is a good one for that. Earlier this year, I finally took the plunge. I'm so excited about this because it was out of stock for so long. It's the May Lindstrom The Honey Mud Mask. This, sometimes the honey in it gets kind of stuck. Hold on. I was gonna try to show you the texture, but I'm gonna have to run this under warm water to melt what's stuck in the lid. But just know that this is so beautiful. It's a mud mask with there's honey in it. It's an enzyme cleanser if you want it to be. I love to use it as a mask. I don't usually use it as a cleanser, although you could, but it's just beautiful. It kind of has like a honey-like texture, but then there's clay in it to help dry out impurities, and then the honey helps with acne and it also helps hydrate and balance. I love this one, and May Lindstrom is definitely pricey, but if you've ever ordered from the brand, you'll know how incredible like the whole experience is. When I order from May Lindstrom, I get the box and it's like just this luxurious experience when you unbox everything, and there's a handwritten note usually, and the packaging is just amazing. Just the attention to detail with the brand is one of the main reasons why I love to splurge on her products, but not to mention her products are amazing, especially the masks. Another brand that I discovered this year that I have really enjoyed using and masking with is Palermo. So this is actually like a clay powder. I bought two. You can see that I used the Detox one a little bit more, but it's so fun because, again, you take this and you can mix it in with just water and apply it to the skin. It's so fun because you can customize the texture, but it's even more fun because you can add things like aloe vera and honey. If you want to add like a little bit of a treatment ingredient to the mask, you can customize it. So I feel like this is a really fun kind of a mask to have in your cabinet. When my sister came over earlier this year, we did these masks, and it was fun to just kind of pull out my honey and my aloe and this and say like, what do you want? And we mixed up our masks together, and it was really, really fun. So they're really beautiful products. The Detox one specifically, I mean, it's real like spirulina in there. It has French green sea clay in it and alfalfa and kelp. It literally kind of smells like a lake when you put it on your face. But honestly, I'm somebody who likes those like raw organic scents when it comes to skincare products. That's one of the reasons why I also love the May Lindstrom products too. There's not like artificial fragrances. It's just the smell of the sea kelp. But it's really, really nice regardless. I love that mask. And then I also loved two overnight masks that both kind of do the same thing, honestly. And this one's way cheaper, so I might recommend this one over this one. But I wanted to mention both because I loved both, honestly. The first one being the Drunk Elephant F-Balm Electrolyte Water Facial. You put this on at the very end of your skincare routine, and it just hydrates the skin like nothing else. When you wake up, you'll just be shocked at how plump and hydrated your skin is. Same thing goes with this though. This is the Seca Sleeping Mask, and not only is this very hydrating, but this, when it comes to tone on your skin, like if you have redness, you need this. It's crazy. Every time I use it and I wake up in the morning, especially after I've noticed that my skin is looking especially splotchy or red, and I use this and I wake up and it's like significantly less red. And I feel like when I use this consistently, I see a major, major, major improvement. This is amazing, and it has a really nice texture as well. It's kind of a gel. Again, you just apply it at the very, very end of your nighttime skincare routine and you sleep with it on, and it works magic as you sleep. All right, when it comes to lip treatments, I was obsessed with this year, the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. You can see how loved this has been. I love this for the daytime and the nighttime. I feel like it's a really good just treatment, and I love how glossy it looks on the lips. Your lips look so shiny and glossy when you put this on, which is why I tend to reach for it in the daytime, honestly. This is another product that I feel like has been sitting in my stuff for a long time, and it wasn't until I had like a dry lip emergency that I reached for it consistently, and then I understood the powerful effects that this had because I saw results, seriously. So this is the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. This is like an intensive lip repair balm. This one is not as like exciting when it comes to packaging like this one is, and it's a little bit more medicinal smelling, but If you have extremely dry lips, I would highly recommend giving this a try. Every time that I'm like, no lip balm is working for me, what am I gonna do? I used to use the old formula of the Bite Beauty Agave lip mask, but they changed it and it doesn't do the same thing for me. So I've been reaching for this one in those emergency situations, and I have seen results. Again, it is a little bit more of a medicinal type feeling and flavor, but I don't care because it hydrates my lips really well. All right, let's move on to body products. So earlier this year, I also really enjoyed the Drunk Elephant Sweet Pity deodorant cream. It worked really well for me for a while. And then I discovered another deodorant, but I wanted to still mention this one because I used it for a good chunk of the year and really enjoyed it. But then Cosa released the Cosa Sport Serum deodorant. I bought both, and let me tell you, I have tried every natural deodorant under the sun. Now listen, natural deodorant is kind of similar to mascaras in the sense that, you know, certain people have one that works for them and it just doesn't work at all on somebody else. I've tried so many deodorants, so many of which work for so many people, and they just did not work for me at all. And then I tried this, and this really does work. It's kind of an interesting formula, similar to the Drunk Elephant in the sense that it feels kind of damp in your armpits for a while, so you have to like wait a minute for them to dry until you get dressed or whatever. This is incredible. I wore this in a hot city during a wedding all day long, and I didn't stink. And my friends, I don't know what else to tell you about that. It's a miracle. These are great. And they're honestly not even that expensive either. By the way, one has fragrance, one doesn't. I don't really notice a difference by the end of the day. You can't smell the fragrance, so I would recommend either one. Just depends on what color packaging you want on the outside. Along with Drunk Elephant's hair products, they also launched some body things, which I have been loving. This has definitely been my favorite body cleanser this year. It's the Camille Cream Body Cleanser. It's completely empty now. I need to buy a new one. I just love how it doesn't have any harsh ingredients. The pH is balanced in it, which is really important for the skin on your body. So I really love that. And I also have really been enjoying the Silly Body Lotion this year. It's a beautiful lotion. It's not too heavy, but it's also not too lightweight to where you feel like it's not doing anything. I feel like it's just the perfect in between, and again, clean ingredients, pH balance. It's just a good go-to body moisturizer. I also wanted to mention some supplements that I have forgot to mention. I've actually used this for longer than this year. I think I've used it for about 2 years now, maybe just like a year and a half, almost 2 years, I'm not sure. This right here though, the Sarah's Day Body Bloom Wellness Powder. This is a collaboration that Sarah's Day did with Tropica. I have had one of these on hand since it launched and I love it. This is like a berry flavored powder and it's really good for your digestion and your skin, and it also has a lot of good probiotics in here. I really love the ingredient list and I noticed a huge difference when I'm consistent with this. So I wanted to make sure to mention this because I do personally notice a huge difference when I prioritize my well-being and my diet and then add in things like this. It shows up in my skin. I mean, that's just facts for me. My skin doesn't lie. If I ever have like, you know, a cheat week where I'm just eating whatever I want to, it shows the next week in my skin without a doubt. So it's been important to me to try to be as consistent as possible with like my diet and supplements and things like that. But anyways, I also wanted to mention the Halo Beauty Body and Brain Booster. I have been using this since it launched. I really love it. I wanted to kind of softly mention this because I know it's a repeat product. But the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster I have been using literally consistently since this launch as well. And this is amazing, especially in the wintertime. I kind of forgot how much this helps with overall hydration in my skin. And my hands have been so dry recently. And I had been slacking on like the daily Kiwi Seed Booster routine that I normally have. And I started this up again and literally like it makes such a difference. It just makes such a difference overall with everything. I've noticed a huge difference with my acne and I could go on and on. That was kind of a repeat product, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but I wanted to make sure to mention it again because I have been using them all year long. For fragrance, I do have a new fragrance combination that I really loved this year, and I actually have been mixing these two from Jo Malone. So English Pear and Freesia, which when I first smelled this, I did not like it. I got like a little sampler pack. It's pretty like florally and pretty bright and fresh. It's okay by itself, but I tried it combined with the wood, sage, and sea salt, and I don't know if it's a weird combo, but for some reason I really like it. So I just do half and half. I do 1 spritz of each, and I love the combination of the two. I also love this one by itself. I will wear this one by itself occasionally, but I usually want something a little bit warmer and deeper to round this one out because it is a little bit more on the fresh side. But yeah, those are the fragrances that I've been loving. I've also still been loving Glossier You, but that's been in my Best of Beauty video for 2 years now, so didn't want to repeat myself. Then again, I just did. All right, last but not least, we're gonna move on to hands and nails. I'm gonna start off with kind of a random product. I have loved the brand Touchland this year. It's a hand sanitizer. We all could use a little more hand sanitizer in our lives, especially after this year, and I have one of these literally in every single one of my purses. It fits amazingly in a makeup bag, so before you apply your makeup, it's great to have a hand sanitizer that's so cute and like it reminds you to use it before applying your makeup. Also, the scents are really nice too. I had to give a shout out to Touchland for their amazing hand sanitizers. I have loved them and I always get compliments and everybody always wants to try it when they see it, which is always a good thing, you know? Sharing is caring, so I'm gonna put some on right now. I don't know, I just really like that brand. I think it's such a fun and more exciting way to incorporate hand sanitizer into your routine. It's not like boring like all the other ones are. All right, so I wanted to quickly mention, I know I mentioned this last year, but I still stand by it for removing glitter nail polish. This one right here, the Zoya one, it's the best for glittery nails. But on occasions where I have something that's less difficult to remove, I love this right here. It's funny because I've had this for a while and it wasn't until this year that I really fell in love with it. It's the Olive and June nail polish remover. It's just a little tin right here. I had it upside down in my bag and it spilled a little bit, but you literally just stick your finger into the remover and twist it and it removes your nail polish so quickly. It's incredible. My favorite base coat and top coat from the year are from Lights Lacquer. The So Clingy base coat and the So Over It top coat are my faves, my go-tos. I love them. I also wanted to give a shout out to Lights Lacquer in general because they have some of my go-to polishes. These are just 2 random ones that I picked, but I genuinely love them. I have Venus and Xenon. I love those. Olive and June is still high up there on my favorites list when it comes to polishes, so I wanted to kind of shout them out as well. They make amazing like manicure at home sets and pedicure at home sets, which I've been doing all year long. I mean, I usually honestly do my nails. I always do my fingernails. I've never really gotten my nails done. I do like to get pedicures sometimes because I feel like feet are a little harder to paint and things, but they make a pedicure set that makes it really easy to do at home. So I really love that brand. And a nail polish brand that I discovered this year that just, oh, whoa, knocking stuff over, but it just completely stole my heart is ILNP. If you love shifty, holographic, mermaid-inspired, ethereal, incredible nail polishes, you must try these. I just grabbed 2 of my favorites. This one is Downtown, and then this one is Pool Party, which is a little bit more of a deeper purple shifty one. Such an incredible brand. If you go on their site once, I'm warning you now, you'll become obsessed just by looking at their website. You could scroll for days and find like 50 polishes that you want all at once. It's a whole thing. I promise you that's gonna happen to you, but let it happen. It's worth the money. They are so good. I mean, they did send me these. I'm so grateful, but honestly, I feel like they're priced really well for what you get, so I would pay for them. They are definitely worth the money, in my opinion. They're so good. All right, last but not least, I wasn't going to put this in here, but since I've put like hair towels in my favorites videos before, I'm gonna just include this because honestly, when I'm using all of this stuff, morning or night, I'm wearing this robe. I wanted to mention it. It is so incredible. This is from the brand Bobbi. My amazing friends Bonnie and Ellie, they're sisters. They have this brand together, and you guys may remember Bonnie from a couple years back. I think we collabed a couple of years ago. We have been dying to collab again, but with this year we're just gonna have to postpone it until later, but she's amazing and so is her sister Ellie, and they created seriously the most amazing robe. I think this is actually called the Perfect Robe on their website, and it is. The thing I love about this is the sleeve length. When you're washing your face or just doing things around the house, it does not come down to a place where your sleeves get wet while you're washing your face or doing dishes. It also has a really nice give and stretch to it. I literally am pretty much always wearing this. They also have this in a pink color that's beautiful too. I just wanted to mention it because it literally is part of my skincare routine because it's what I'm wearing every time I do my skincare. All right, you guys, so that completes this video and completes my Best of Beauty 2020 series. If you missed out on my drugstore makeup favorites of the year, I will have that linked down below, as well as my high-end favorites. I truly hope this was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed watching it. These are genuinely the things that have stayed in my routine all year long when it comes to skincare and hair care and body care, but skincare specifically and especially, I do not just talk about skincare to talk about skincare. I really make sure that I've been using these for months on end before mentioning them to you guys. So I hope that it's helpful for you. This is genuinely what I've been loving and using this year. So yeah. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe, and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.